All right, welcome back. Just breezing through hour two of a Money Monday edition of Stop the Steal TV. Lots to catch up on, lots you need to know. Number one, breaking news was yesterday that this weird announcement came out that Sidney Powell is not part of President Trump's legal team, nor part of the campaign's legal team. This is strategic, folks, so don't let the mainstream media, including Fox, start convincing you that everything she was saying wasn't true. There is a lot of strategy involved here. We've been talking for months about how Donald Trump plays 3D chess, okay? You got Rudy Giuliani, who's Donald Trump's personal attorney. Okay, you got Jenna Ellis, who's the campaign's attorney, and you got Sidney Powell, who, if you ask me at this point, she's America's attorney. And there are certain things that she can't do if she's with the Trump personal and campaign team. There are a lot more things she can do, and a lot more things she can show us if she's not representing the president, actually, but out there working for the people. And she's working for the people. Now, I played this a little earlier in hour one, but you know, years ago there was this cute movie. It was called Footloose, and it was about a town that was so religious and puritanical that they had outlawed dancing. And it makes me start feeling like now, like you can't sing, you can't talk, you can't chant, you can't have people over your house, you have to put on your mask between bites, and the long arm of the government is squeezing in. And while we're all related somehow by 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, early in his career in Footloose, I think this puts it very well for what we're facing right now.
There was a time for this law, but not anymore. See, this is our time to dance. It is our way of celebrating life. That's the way it was in the beginning. It's the way it's always been. That's the way it should be now.
Us being allowed to go to church, us being allowed to open our stores, us being allowed to sing and dance and have fun, us being allowed to stay out past 10 o'clock, that's the way it's always been. That's the way it should be now. And that's the way it should be in the future. So we got to stand up. We got to fight back. We got to stop the steal, because the steal is just the beginning. And you see already, as they've anointed Joe Biden the president-elect, we already got blue cities and blue states starting to lock down all over the place. And a little funniness, if you want to talk about stopping us from having fun and singing and dancing, Donald Trump can dance. A little levity there. You know, Donald Trump, at the end of the campaign, he was working day and night, doing 4 or 5 rallies every 2 days. There's no possible way that a man hid in his basement for 6 months and generated more voter enthusiasm than Barack Obama, the literal messiah for the Democrats in the last century. But Joe Biden somehow got more votes than him. I think you're going to see Donald Trump dancing very soon. But even Candace Owens says, don't give up right away. You got to have some patience here. It took Al Gore 37 days before he admitted that he wasn't the president-elect. And the media will actually try to tell you, oh, Sidney Powell got fired and all this other stuff. Think again. When you're listening to the mainstream media, they're almost telling you the opposite of what you need to know. And Daniel Bostic said this: Sidney Powell for weeks said, I represent the American people, not the Trump campaign. Then the Trump campaign issues a press release saying the same thing. media comes out and says, bombshell breaking news, they fired Sidney Powell from Trump's campaign legal team. Here's the problem. Here's the big problem with that. Sidney Powell was never on Donald Trump's legal team. There's a lot of technology behind these cases they're looking into. There's a lot of data science there's needed and scraping, and they are collaborating on resources. I happen to be connected to one of the outside sources that they've been using to put together some of these data sets. And Sidney Powell's out there fighting for us. And she's got more nerve than most of the men lawyers I've seen out there. And, you know, Candace Owens, she comes under attack all the time, but I think she put it really clearly when she came out with this tweet, asking people to have a little patience to understand. Candace Owens says, common sense 101. You don't destroy balance, refuse audits, and have big tech censor your citizens because you act honestly. The American election was clearly rigged. The bigger question is whether or not this was the first time. The next 2 weeks are going to be interesting. And you can call your friends, you can share the stream. I'll say it and I'll say it again. I'm told from a first-hand source that is extremely credible that this is not the first time the Hammer scorecard application was used by our own intelligence agencies to influence elections here in the United States of America. So, namaste. And Candace Owens said it great. Be patient. We got time here. I know everyone keeps texting me and calling me, JT, every day. What's happening? What did you hear? What do you know? I'm digging in. I'm trying to peck around the outer edges because if you try to dig in too far, people get frustrated with you. So I'm using all of my best investigative techniques to get information out of people that are in the know. And I'm bringing it to you every single day. And that's why I got to keep asking you to share the stream, because tomorrow there may be new information. And I need everybody out there who wants the real information that we're only putting out here. You're only hearing real information in a few places. OAN is giving you the real deal. Newsmax TV is giving you the real deal. Biz TV and me right here on Stop the Steal TV, I'm giving you the real deal every day. I'm sourcing this stuff. I'm not like sitting in my basement with some, you know, hat on backwards like, hey, oh, we got to tell you what's going on out there. I'm telling you, put my name and credibility on the line that when I talk to my buddy Patrick Byrne, who happens to be one of my dear friends and mentors, when he's giving me information, it's real. And this isn't a guy who plays around with a whole bunch of crazy conspiracy theories and stuff. And anybody who does talk about viable evidence in any of these cases, the mainstream media has resorted to calling all those people wingnuts, conspiracy theorists, crackpots. Don't believe the hype. The more the left-wing media tells you something isn't true, know in your heart like I do, it actually is. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more Stop the Steal right after this. Paul Preston, founder and president of the Movement for a New California State, we need that, is up right after this.